Look, guys, everybody hates Bitcoin again. Everybody hates crypto. It's easy to understand why. Metals are raging to blow off euphoric tops, and all the silver bugs are out there bragging about how they're getting so gosh darn rich. I've been stacking silver 55 years, man. It's time to cash out, yo. Look, I know it's been crazy, and I know it's, for some investors, difficult to be watching the metals rally going on right now. And yes, we're having a live stream. Welcome back, everybody. Just a short one today. To hang out for a half hour, answer your questions. So feel free to drop your questions in the chat here. We'll be answering your questions as we go through the stream. We're just hanging out. We're going to talk charts. We're going to talk what the heck has been going on here in the market. People are out here right now selling their Bitcoin to buy gold, to buy silver. Oh boy. Oh boy. What up? Greetings from Raz Al Haima. Let's go. Let's go, Crypto Sarah Dubai. We are live, Chuck. Welcome, 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 everybody. Nice to see you guys. Last your questions in the chat. We'll be answering as we go throughout the stream here, aiming for about a 30-minute stream. Try to hold myself to it today. You guys know how it is sometimes. Start streaming to go for like an hour. Like, what's going on? 30 minutes. Sarah, good morning. Good morning in the UK. Hello from Palestine. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the party. So look, it's a crazy thing. You think about the numbers. Right now, gold's worth $38 trillion market cap. You have to understand the amount of velocity it's going to take to double that. To get to $10,000 requires insanity to happen. Not saying that can't happen. Okay. Good morning from Vancouver. Good morning from Spain, Australia. What is up? Welcome, everybody. Nice to see you guys in the chat. So look, let's get into it. We're going to cover a few charts. We'll answer your questions as we go through. Let's have a good time. The Fed has unsurprisingly not changed the interest rates. Everybody was basically expecting them to not change the interest rates, and that's what happened. So that's all fine and normal. Cool, man. Cool. We need more interest rate cuts, but they're going to come. Trump's going to get his yes man in there. It's coming, okay? 5 a.m. in Canada, time for a coffee. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes, I do have a couple trades open. Losing money in all kinds of varieties way right now. I'll show you in a second. Oh, boy. Here's an interesting one. So we posted this on X earlier. The rate cut distraction versus the liquidity fire hose. Everyone's obsessed with rate cuts, but those are water guns compared to the absolute fire hose of this quantitative easing. Remember 2020, the Fed turned on the taps and Bitcoin didn't just move, it exploded, eventually hitting 69K in 2021. It wasn't overnight. It was a slow burn moon mission. Fast forward to today, the Fed's out here doing reserve management purchases to the tune of $40 billion a month of treasuries. Okay? Take a little bit of time, but it'll get there. Gold. I mean, look, it's easy to look at the rally in gold, and if you're holding crypto, go, ah! Gold is only up about 100% or so. So you got to think, like, top to bottom, where are we at, right? And it's all relative, and we all like to point to recent performances, seeing, well, see, that's the thing, right? That's the thing here. Let's put the 1 month. By the way, gold is so unbelievably overbought right now. It's getting borderline comical. I mean, guys, look at that chart. But okay, here we go. October 2022. You could have bought gold for $1,600 an ounce. That ain't bad, man. That is not bad. Okay. It since then has put in a 236% return, which for gold, that's damn good, man. That's damn good. However, had you bought Bitcoin at the same time, you could have bought it for $15,000, $16,000, $17,000, $18,000, and you'd be up, well, a lot more than 2% on your money right now. Even now with the pullback, you'd still be about 400%. So Bitcoin has outperformed during that time. I know recently there has been a divergence where gold's been outperforming and crypto has not been. Okay. Look at this monthly RSI on gold. It's at 96. You know, if you take off your, crazy bull hat for a second, and you guys know I love gold, love silver too. I'm gutted that I had to sell my my metals to pay down my New Zealand exit tax bill. It's super frustrating. And of course, in hindsight, instead of selling the good assets, I should have sold off some of those garbage tier altcoins I was holding. It's like, oh, the altcoins are going to outperform at some point. Wrong. Anyway, say la vie, man. Say la vie. Besides the point. Now, look, we are wildly overbought on gold right now. Just for perspective here, okay? Because I think this is really, really important. I mean, just look at this. Look at the last week on gold prices, man. Last 9 days, okay? Since we sort of had this new breakout move here, gold is up 20%. This is a 38, well, maybe now with the pullback, a $37 trillion asset class, guys. This is a move here, okay? This is a move here that is starting to look like the euphoric blow-off top is coming soon, or at least a local top for gold will come in at some point in the not distant future. I mean, it just keeps blasting past any kind of price expectations, up like literally 10% in the last 2 days of trading. You have to understand how unusual this is for gold in particular, okay? This is huge. I mean, imagine if the S&P 500 went up 20% in 9 days. People will be out here saying, that's crazy, man. Well, something similar is happening with the world's second biggest asset class, biggest asset by total market cap. We just look at it as, if you don't look at the S&P 500 as sort of a, full thing, all stocks and stuff like that. But, oh boy. It's wild stuff, man. Here's a question for you, though. Okay. Which is more likely to give you a 10x return in the next 10 years, gold or Bitcoin? Gold's at $5,500 approximately today. Bitcoin's at $88,000. Which one is more likely to 10x? If gold 10x's to $55,000 an ounce, okay, just for perspective, that means it's worth $370 trillion market cap. That is over 2x all of the stock markets in the world combined. Does that sound logical? Probably not. This is like XRP is going to $589, guys. Now look, 30, 40 years down the line, 50 years down the line, can a $55,000 gold happen when your dollar is worth 70% less, 80% less? Yeah, sure. That's a different conversation. We're talking about the next 10 years. Okay. Bitcoin to 10x over the next 10 years, go to $880,000. Perspective, guys, perspective. Hey, it's also interesting. I was thinking about silver earlier today, by the way. And silver, not quite, but very, very close. It got up to $120 today. If you had bought silver around the same time that you could have bought Bitcoin at the bottom in 2022, you would have had basically the same returns. Obviously, Bitcoin's down a bit now, so silver has outperformed as it's higher currently. Bitcoin is higher 6 months ago than silver was, but could have rotated all your money from Bitcoin. I can't sell it. I don't know what the hell my problem is, man. Can't sell the Bitcoin. It's like emotionally attached to it. The altcoins, they are what they are. But anyway, the trade would have ended at SB. Sell Bitcoin at 126. Go all in on silver, apparently. Gosh darn it. Because back at the time on October 6th, where are we at here? Where is silver at then? Silver is at $47 an ounce. Could have just doubled your money, hindsight, right, guys? Anyway, we all love the Pengu coin, man. We all love the Pengu coin. Pretty sure I got in the cheapest in the planet. Let's go, Peter. Pengu to the moon. Still, I think it's one of the memes that's really got good potential coming back, man. My average entry is 004. Nice. Pro tip, sell your crypto and buy metals. That could have been a good trade 6 months ago. 4 months ago. Selling your Bitcoin now to buy metals now is an extremely high risk proposition. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but Lark, back when silver was $80, you were saying, well, you're not buying silver, Lark. Okay. You say, okay, this is what I said. Yeah, I'm not here to tell you guys what to do with your money, right? But I was saying, look, I'm not buying silver. I'm not going to sell my Bitcoin here to buy silver. Had I done that, I could have got 30, 40% returns and then reinvest that money back into Bitcoin, just looking at it as a pure trade. Right? But the higher these things, we have to understand, the higher these go, the higher the risk is. Okay. So gold at $5,500 is like eye-watering crazy amounts. That is an extremely high risk proposition to be putting your mind. Like, who the fuck is buying gold right now? Seriously, who is buying gold right now? That's crazy, man. SPX futures in the green, but only slightly today. We got a new all-time high yesterday for the S&P 500. Perhaps government shutdown fears for tomorrow are starting to weigh on the market. Looks like it's what we're going to be getting is government shutdown. Unfortunately, last time government shutdown happened, the S&P 500, of course, you can see, didn't really care all that much about it. Government shutdown October 1st. We kept rallying, had a big dumpity dump here on the 10th of October. I think it was some China tariff drama, actually not the government shutdown that spooked everybody. And we then pushed to a new all-time high on the 9th of October in the middle of the government shutdown. Now, crypto, of course, got mega super wrecked during that time because that's when the 1010 crash happened. We have not recovered since. Current trades that are open, Pepe long for some reason. So I like punishing myself. Gold short, entry price at 510. Bitcoin long. Pray for me, guys. Pray for me. Lambo's any day now. Already sold my gold yesterday. Let's go. Sell my gold to buy Bitcoin. Man, if you look at, again, investing basics, right? Do you want to buy massive euphoria? No. Yeah, I'm not telling you guys what to do with your money. We're just talking about human psychology. Do you want to buy mass euphoria? No. Do you want to buy when nobody wants to give a fuck about an asset, right? The time to buy silver. And I remember buying silver back then. And again, you know, I've been telling this story for a long time until I get to restock my silver bags at a reasonable price. But when I was buying silver, it's like, hey, great diversification, gold as well. These were at times when people were not excited at all about gold and silver. They're like, gold and silver, lame, boring. Who wants to buy that crap? Well, the thesis played out. I didn't think it to stand long enough. Thanks, New Zealand. Anyway, just keep grumbling about that forever. If you want to join trading over on BitUnix, there's the link down below. Okay? You can long the rips, short the dips, get some sweet deposit bonuses, put in $1,000, get $200 back, put in $2,000, get $400 back, and it's available to anyone, anywhere. This current promotion is running up in 3 days. So if you want to get on board, get those sweet deposit rewards, link down below. Okay. Real quick, price of Bitcoin, rejected at the 20-day EMA, rejected at this, I was talking about this yesterday in the video, rejected at this previous support line, now acting as a resistance line. Not fantastic. Let's see how the rest of the day turns out. There's your hopium right there. That line holds up. Okay. If U.S. equities bleed out today, you know, whatever market's going down somewhere, man, we will find a way to go down with it. Gosh darn it. ETH, very, very handsome little rejection right here at the 20-day EMA. Very tidy, very clean so far. Let's see how it goes. At the very least, we have invalidated our bull flag. The bear flag that we saw back here, okay? Solana rejected at the previous price support line, now acting as resistance, right? Pepe, the reason I went long on Pepe, again, I did get stopped out yesterday. Should have had a wider stop loss, to be honest. Anyway, say the be. We're gambling again here, going along on Pepe based on this random orange line that I've drawn on the chart here, okay? Let's see if we bounce there. If we don't bounce there, you're probably in for a lot more pain short term for the frog coin, okay? Let's see how it plays out. By the way, if you're not in the inner circle yet, you are missing the heck out, man. It is super freaking awesome. No, look. It's $50 a month. Yeah, Lark, it's $50 a month, Lark. What the heck? The amount of money people lose every single month, thousands of dollars a month, throwing the money into scams and rug pulls. Our AI token sniffer bot alone can save you the pain and harm of that, okay? We share long and short setups on crypto, stocks, metals, deep dive reports on tech stocks, hot stocks that have gone up and we've had some great success rates with our stock reports. Altcoin reports on things like Canton, which is now up over 100% from when we shared the report. Okay? Little things like this. You also get our trading courses, $299 normal. You'll get it for free when you sign up. Plus, we're in there all the time, hanging out, having a good time. Okay? Link down below. Check it out. Okay, so I'm not tired, boss. I'm on the ventilator. Oh, man, the vibes right now, man. Only 21 million Bitcoin. They always find, we just shared. They found a big deposit recently in China, another $150 billion, probably $200 billion now of gold. Here's the thing, though. Gold is very common in the universe. It's been uncommon on planet Earth for a while. And it's probably got a decent amount of time left as an investment asset. But there are some things that make you long-term, maybe not in our lifetimes becomes a major concern, but definitely long-term becomes a concern. Is one, of course, mining in space, which is probably 100 years off. at any economic level. Of course, when gold's $55,000 an ounce, I guess they're going to go mine asteroids, aren't they? And then the other thing is transmutation, which the Philosopher's Stone and all that stuff. Well, they've really done it. The madmen over at the CERN labs in Switzerland have finally managed to transmute just a few atoms, mind you, just a few atoms of lead into gold. Now, that is probably decades away from an industrial process, and maybe there will be some kind of calling for, oh, I've got to have real gold. I can't have synthetic gold, but it'll be chemically identical. Is this guy still talking rubbish? Here we are, buddy. Cheers. Anything for views. He's lost it. Well, man, I've got a business that is making content on social media. Okay. And I don't know, this is a live stream where we're hanging out with you guys, answering your questions, talking what you guys want to talk about. If you don't have any questions you want to ask or anything interesting you want to contribute, then that's cool, man. That's all good. This is live. Everybody forgot about space gold. Space gold. Got a 12.5% pay rise for the year. I told my boss to put it into my pension because I'm going to be an altcoin millionaire this year. Let's go. Let's go, Fake Dan. It's easier to transmute mercury and gold. Interesting. Yeah, well, that's the problem. Is it's adding an electron to mercury, but the power consumption costs too much at this point. Space data centers. But instead of data centers, put transmutation centers in space, man. Ship the mercury up, transmute it to gold, drop it back down on Earth, bada bing, bada boom. At a certain point, that becomes economically viable, man. That's the thing. Maybe we should face the music and just agree that Bitcoin will go to the 200 SMA. I assume you mean the weekly SMA, 55, 60K, guys. That's the bear thesis. Okay. And the price action recently has been dog shit, hasn't it? I mean, come on. The S&P 500, all-time highs, silver all-time highs. Latin American stocks ripping like crazy, okay? Tech stocks still doing incredibly well. Big cap stocks ripping. Every metal you can imagine, aluminum, copper, everything's going up, 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 up. The only asset class, basically, that's completely fucked right now is crypto. Fantastic. That's the thing we've chosen to put extreme amounts of our net worth into. Beautiful. This is the thing. If everything else so much as sneezes, it's not like crypto is going to magically rip while the stock market corrects 20%. We're already screwed and we'll be mega screwed then. And that's when we get the 200-week SMA buying opportunity, we should say, right? We shall see. I'm actually still amazed to see the extreme underperformance. People have just really given up on crypto. And that's usually a sentiment marker for a bottoming zone in the market versus, a time when prices are going to keep going down dramatically from there, but they still can't. So, just be careful, guys. The charts still look cooked in many, many ways. We have not got back above the 50-day. In fact, we got rejected at the 50-day. We're getting rejected at the 20-day, the 50-week. Yeah. Any news about the Fed? They didn't cut rates. That's all we got today. I was reading some stuff on the amount of mining and collecting that they can do on the bottom of the ocean. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ocean mining, man. Think about how big those oceans are and how much metal's probably down there. It's harder to get, mind you, but where the economic incentive exists, they will get it. Okay. China's running data centers in the ocean. Interesting. Crypto's worthless. Well, apparently not, because Bitcoin's still worth $88,000 a coin, so it's not exactly worthless, right? It's not exactly worthless. Patrick, what's up, man? Yeah, it's not time for a live stream today. If I haven't done one in a few weeks, let's hang out live. Let's chat. Let's talk crypto and have a good time. Trust and adoption for Bitcoin still too little, but time will come. I feel like we're on such a good run, with ETFs and all that kind of stuff and the digital asset treasury buyers. And I know they started running out of money, the DAT guys, but 1010 just kind of had this shake of confidence in the industry. Okay. Yeah. We're going to try to do, just for time and sanity purposes, mostly just doing sort of like the 15-minute, like, okay, here's the news, here's the charts, here's my thoughts kind of videos. But I do want to try to do a live stream for you guys, every couple weeks or something like that, at least, so we can check in, grab the pulse of what's going on with you guys, and have a chat and talk crypto. Alts are in a, where is this? Alts are in a crypto winter. Feel misled by the pro crypto administration. Yeah, we got everything we wanted, and still. Lark, have you consolidated or are you all in? Look, so I mean, my current portfolio makeup, still uncomfortably large allocation to crypto, but my overall crypto portfolio is relatively tight right now. I've got, 8, 9 coins, something like that. Not that many. Here, let me tell you what the current portfolio is made up of. Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, Pump Fund, Aster, don't even get me started. Jupiter, another one. Pudgy Penguins and the Virtuals protocol. Oh, and Litecoin, right? Litecoin. Fucking Litecoin. Why the hell did I buy Litecoin? It's interesting. I was looking at Litecoin. I was like, yeah, all these old Dino coins like Monero and shit are running. Let's gamble on some Litecoin. Every time I do, I get cucked by this damn coin. I swear, man. I could have bought Canton instead, which is one I had my house. I'm not going to buy Canton. I'm going to buy Litecoin, man. Not great. Oh, well, can't win them all. More live streams, please. Missed you guys too. It's always good to have a live stream, hang out with you guys. And by the way, Zach, also stocks, I keep adding to my stock portfolio, right? Keep buying, boring dividend stocks, mining stocks, entered into a copper position, which I think I shared with you guys the other day on one of the videos. So it's very small. I want to build that up. But with copper, this was COPX, COPX, which is copper miners. It's hard to get spot copper allocation. There is an ETF on the Canadian Stock Exchange, which I don't have easy access to via my brokerage app, and I'm lazy to go and start up a new brokerage app. So, say la vie. But you can buy that if you want an ETF that gives you exposure to, like, I actually have warehouses full of copper, right? The other option, of course, is just to ring up your local metals guy and be like, yo, can you deliver like a few tons of copper? I've literally thought about it, but I don't know. I don't think there's enough space in front of the villa, to be honest, to put like 10 tons of copper. It's pretty heavy stuff, mind you. Like, it doesn't take a lot of space. Like, I don't know, probably a brick like that's probably going to be 50 kilos or something anyway. Wouldn't 20 of those be a metric ton, wouldn't it? Still thinking about it. Let's get like 10 tons of copper delivered, put in the car park. Make a fun video. Anyway. 1010 ruin trust in crypto. Who in the right mind would invest in what when you just pulls? Yep. Yeah. This is part of, especially the altcoins. This thing is like the big coins held up relatively okay on that day. But a lot of the altcoins just like absolutely cooked, man. Your face is going to change this summer, dude. What are your views on Toshi, the meme coin? Good luck. Good luck. I'm sure it'll, if it's, I don't know. I'm not sure. I say it's got a chance to run when everything else starts running, but 10 tons of copper, a crackhead's dream stash. Indeed. I have a feeling the bear market is here. Ronnie, the bear market's been here since... is it this December or late November? I can't remember when we lost the 50 week for the first time. But since we've been under the 50 week EMA, since we lost $100,000 for Bitcoin, we have been in a bear market. That's kind of the bull bear line. It also coincided with the 200-day EMA, which is also the bull bear line. You can use whichever one you want, but basically it's very, very simple. When you're trading above those moving averages, you're in a bull market. When you're trading below them, you're in a bear market. Now, the question becomes, Are we in the bear market of bear markets where we're not going to see any new all-time highs for Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana for 3 years? Or is this a shorter bear market where we're going to have asset prices be in the gutter for 6 months, for example, or 4 months, and then we start recovering? Well, it's been 4 months since October, actually. So let's say 6 months. Let's say end of February, into March or something like that, we actually get a rally in the markets and we get some new highs as an example. Then, okay, we just had a 6 month bear market, but we make no mistake, we have been in a bear market. We continue to be in a bear market for crypto right now. The only question is, are we in the bottoming phase, where we're the accumulation phase, or are we in the phase right now where everybody's in the complacency before the next massive, horrific drop down where everybody just gets mega fucked? That's the only question you'd ask right now. And when can we recover the 50 week? Okay, 50 week right now is around $97,000. That's the EMA, the SMA. If you're an SMA enthusiast, it's around $100,000 right now. Get back above either of those moving averages, particularly the $100,000 level, and it's probably bull market back on. Until then, why did guns pump? I have no idea. I have a pre-sale investor in guns, and I even run nodes for them, but man, it's been a beat up coin. Let's see how we if we get some money out of that later or not. Hate this market. Wanted to move out for the last 5.5 years. People who have not worked today are moving with benefits. It's crazy. I know. Melissa, the system is broken, especially in some of these Western countries. It's got to be frustrating to be a taxpayer, to watch your tax money going to, whoever the heck manages to illegally cross your border. And meanwhile, you're there paying taxes, being like, what about me? What about me? It's a broken system. 1 ton of copper is the size of a U-Haul truck. It's a lot. I need a second car park, man. Is it live? Touch your right ear with your right hand. Tap your nose with your left hand index finger while chanting, "It's real." There you go. You're welcome. When meet and greet, maybe around what's the token 2049? Maybe we'll do something around token 2049. That's coming up in April, isn't it? So maybe we should do a meetup, have a morning coffee or something. Ice baths, ice plunges for everybody. No, just a coffee hang out, be fun. Yo, what is up, Crypto Bondo 7? Thanks for saving my bags with Agent Lark. Seriously, you're welcome. One, by the way, but just shout out to Jesse from the team, because he has just gone above and beyond. So we bought the what used to be the Scarlet bot. If you guys remember, we talked about that back then. Lost some money on the Scarlet coin. Anyway, besides the point, but those guys kind of threw the towel in, and we bought their bot off them, and now updated it significantly. It made it like 10 times better, to be honest. And that comes, by the way, if you're joining the Inner Circle link down below, it comes free as part of your membership. So that thing's awesome. Yeah, it helps you definitely avoid rugs, but also find opportunities, right? Because doesn't just tell you when things are bad, it tells you when things are good too. We had some guy the other day in the group who caught like a 10x because the bot said, yeah, this has got high potential, worth allocating to, basically. So an altcoin daily and George on YouTube keeps saying they're bullish and that they are buying. Are they rug pulling us? Says Ronnie. I know the altcoin daily guys, met them personally. George, I don't think I've ever had the chance to meet in person. We've talked a few times on Telegram and stuff like that. Look, here's the deal. You have to understand. Flip the switch. We are in a bear market by every technical indicator, right? When do you want to buy? Do you want to be the guy buying $5,500 ounces of gold right now? Because there's people out there lining up to fucking buy the top on this shit. And okay, sure, maybe they bought it $5,000, maybe that $4,500, not 10, 15, 20%. Sure. Okay, this is the parabolic blow-offs can go crazier than you think, okay? But when do you want to be buying assets? Ideally, Ideally, you want to be buying when they're cheaper. So if Aaron and Austin and George are buying Bitcoin and stuff now, it's a good time to be bullish, even though the markets are bearish. Because when do you want to buy when nobody else wants to fucking buy? When do you want to allocate when everybody else thinks it's dead and it's a scam and it can only go to zero? Can we go lower? Of course, we can always go lower. Go back to the start of this video. What has a better chance to 10x in the next 10 years? Gold or Bitcoin? Bitcoin is obviously Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin's going to $1 million probably within the next 10 years. And if you're buying today, what is your maximum downside risk right now? About 50% probably. We could go down to that sort of 50, 45. Like, I wouldn't be shocked, right? If we really do just collapse price wise from here and we do enter a deeper bear market, the prolonged bear market, the bear market of your nightmares, then yeah, okay, sure. That's your risk. Buy more. Bucket, buy more. Then you get a 20x. If you can buy Bitcoin at 50K again and it's going to go to $1 million, you're going to 20x your money in 10 years. I don't want to wait 10 years, Lark. I want an altcoin 20x's tomorrow. Degenerate gamblers, I tell you. Okay, we got 2 or 3 minutes here. We're gonna have to hop off because I have to take my daughter to the pediatrician just to get her checkup because she's like 4 weeks old and she's got her 4-week checkup or whatever. Anyway, I was deeply saddened that you didn't show sympathy for the 40,000 lives lost in Iran. I expected to stand in solidarity with the Iranian people. Des, first off, obviously that's horrific. I haven't seen the final numbers of what happened in Iran. I don't always comment on geopolitical situations. A lot of people died in Palestine and other places, and people are dying every day in Ukraine. And not to diminish the suffering of the Iranian people, I hope that they get freedom from, the government and all that kind of stuff. But that's not the primary focus of this channel. So if you don't see me commenting on people being obviously terrible situations like this, or some celebrity people getting in tragedies or whatever it might be, it's not what we talk about here. Primarily, it's not a politics channel. Obviously, it's horrific. Fuck the government of Iran, in case anyone needs to hear that. But yeah, it's not the primary focus of the channel. So we tend to focus on what's moving the markets, right? So when we talk about what Trump's doing, or we talk about the Fed's doing, we talk about it not because we give a fuck about these characters, right? We talk about it because that moves markets. And what moves markets is what we need to pay attention to as investors, okay? So just, there you go. $1 million of Bitcoin's coming, man. It's coming. World is like the market's proper buggered. Appreciate the live. We'll do another one in a couple weeks, man. Like I said, we're mostly going to be doing just short news video updates for you guys, but I like hanging out with you guys. I always have a good time doing live, so we'll be doing more live streams. Okay? We will be doing more. Stay strong. Don't get yoked up over there. Just get that yen, brother. Let's go. AVAX just had an ETF. There's been so many funny little things like this. AVAX just had an ETF launched in the NASDAQ through VanEck. In a normal market, AVAX would be pumping on that. It's like, yeah, AVAX, new paradigm money, billions of dollars going to flow into the moon, baby. Reality is no one gives a fuck about AVAX right now, especially, right? Even in the best of circumstances, AVAX is one of those coins like it should do something, but never really does. And even when the digital asset treasury companies launched, I was telling you guys, well, it's not actually that great because we're launching digital asset treasury companies, and what? It's OTC from the foundation, because the foundation has so many effing coins, they can't do anything with them. So they have to OTC them to these digital asset treasury companies, which are probably all now underwater. Anyway, I saw another news today. It was Jupiter. Oh, my Jupiter bag should be pumping to the moon off this news. If we even had the vaguest tidings of bullish vibes in the market, it'd be pumping like crazy. At Coinbase, we'll be partnering up with Jupiter for all the online on-chain stock stuff. That kind of news should be pumping Jupiter like crazy. But good news is bad news in the current market conditions, okay? What are your thoughts on Metaplanet, Japanese MicroStrategy, Tiny Market? For me, I just don't want any more crypto exposure in my portfolio. Like, if I'm buying stuff, I'm buying metals miners. I'm buying energy companies. I'm buying tech stocks. I'm buying dividend stocks, stuff like that. Thank you, Sarah. Loved you in Terminator, by the way, Sarah Connor. You are the real soldier. No, jokes aside. Yeah, it's good. It's baby number 3, actually. So we're just kind of in the grooves. Like, oh yeah, baby, rock and roll. Cool. Let's go. 7 degrees here, driving to work. Let's go. Let's go, Manny. Good morning, man. We're about to finish up the stream for today, but appreciate you popping in. Guys, we're going to finish up there for today. I appreciate your time. I got to go. I'll see you back for the next video soon. Peace.